Hi, Stavi. Hi, Eldest. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I just have a question about therapy. I know that you are a mental health champion, warrior. I don't know. I have 3 kids, and my oldest is 11. My youngest is almost 2. And after she was born, my youngest was born, I was having kind of bad postpartum depression, so I started seeing a therapist regularly, and it's been really nice. I was seeing her once a week, and now I do it twice a week. And the reason for my call is she has been talking to me about graduating therapy. And my initial reaction is just kind of like, is she sick of me?
Oh, wow.
Because is that normal for a therapist to like try to dump you, basically? That's how it feels on my end.
Hold on, pause this.
Because
if you're going for physical therapy because you fucked your elbow up,
yeah,
and your elbow starts to get better, and the guy's like,
whoa,
hey,
you got to come back forever.
Instead of 2 times a week, why don't we do 1, and then eventually your elbow's not, because he's not dumping you. He's just thinking that the amount of time you need the medicine is over, or the treatment is over. But anyway, so don't take it personal. That's number 1. But keep going, Eldest.
I like having like the check-in and a neutral party, and she just gives me a whole different perspective that I'm not able to access on my own. So I was just wondering what your thoughts are on that. And also, I have kind of bad self-esteem because I have really small boobs. And do you think I should get a boob job? Would that solve? I don't know. Just throwing that out there. Okay.
Will my therapist still love me if I get a tit job?
I mean, what are we talking about here?
In person or Zoom?
You got the solution. Why did we bury the lead? That's all you need, baby girls. A big fat set of honkers.
It'll be like the Wizard of Oz when it all goes into color.
Yeah. The hell are you wasting your time for blabbing about shit that doesn't matter? Get a fat pair and that'll solve it all.
Here's the only question you got to ask about this therapist thing and how she, wants to see less, have you come in for fewer sessions and then eventually graduate. She's asking you should pay me less money.
Yes.
That's a tangible thing.
That's actually a good sign for a therapist to be like, you don't need this as much. And you might not need it at all, because I know plenty of people, especially in fucking entertainment. I mean, we make fun of Sarah all the time about how all she does is go to therapy. But like, I know people whose fucking therapists, it feels like they're keeping them on the hook.
Oh yeah,
where it's like, because like
a bad golf pro,
totally
keep coming back for lessons.
Like, and look, I'm a big therapy guy, but we've also talked about how therapy is like, you should be going for a reason. You shouldn't just go to have a friend you pay. Yes. You should go for specific stuff.
Get tangible stuff out of it. Practices, schedules, whatever it is, meditation type stuff, goals to set and check in on. It's got to be, specific.
And for me, I go to therapy. Yeah. You definitely couldn't use it.
You never had a therapist quit on you?
I've never had a therapist quit on me. Have you?
Yeah.
Really? What happened?
I was like, I was worried about self-harm. I was very depressed. I was like riding my bike in front of like traffic and stuff. And
that's so funny to be like suicidal. Your therapist being like, it's too much for me.
We'll figure it out.
Literally, I was like, I know our session's next week. Can we move it up a week? I just need to talk to somebody. She was like, I'm busy. And I was like, okay, it's okay. Is there anybody else you could talk to? And she's like, all right, I moved some things around. I got you. So I'm on the computer, zooming, and I just start like sobbing. I'm just like, I'm having a really hard time, blah, blah, blah. And she like, does the therapist nod for a while. And then she's like, I think our journey may have come to an end.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Dude. And I'm like, dude, should be your Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
Like, why are you like, this is the big time. This is like the final boss. And you're just like, no. Like that.
That's crazy,
and then
dude.
she dumped me. Yeah.
What the fuck? Did she give you like somebody else's number, or like did she like refer you?
No.
She said, you got to go see this hilarious comedian. His name is Shane O'Connor.
Cure all your ills. No, she like basically was like, yeah, I can set you up. And I was like, could you get me like a psychiatrist? I want to start like antidepressants, and she was like, it'll probably take like 3 months or something. And I was like, I kind of want to like get like hit by a bus so I can just lay down for a while.
Yeah.
And she was just like, I just don't want this to like affect our relationship. And I was like, buddy, it's over. It's over. Like,
this is just a bad therapist.
Yeah.
There's no way around.
She spent most of the sessions just being like, I think your girlfriend needs to go to therapy. And I'm like, well,
that's crazy.
I can't. You want to talk to her?
Where'd you find this person?
Just like through my insurance at work.
Yeah, I mean that's also the problem, is that like it takes a while to find somebody that you like mesh with sometimes. Sometimes you go to a couple therapists and they're not good. And I had not a great one in Baltimore. I had one that I liked, but then I moved here. And then I like my therapist now, I like him. He's definitely helped. But I also don't go, like, I go now like maybe once a month. Sometimes I don't even go. Like sometimes now it's just a pure check-in thing, where it's just like, because I have found in the past when I thought I'm good and I don't go at all, I'll be like, oh, it's been a year and a half since I went to therapy, and then I just like have some huge fucking depressive episode where I'm like, I've just been letting shit pile up, and
the regular scheduled maintenance when you feel like nothing's wrong.
Yeah. Fuck. So what happened after that? Did you find another therapist?
Yeah, so I had to then you have to interview a therapist, which just feels weird. And, like,
you're on the verge of and you're like, oh, I'm thinking about killing myself every day.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, just I think I'm working with like different people right now. And I was like, okay.
That's insane, dude. You were getting rejected from therapists when you wanted to fucking.
It's crazy. It's like people don't want to challenge anymore. It's the problem with this generation.
Yeah, dude. That's
70-year-old therapist.
You got all these Zoomer therapists, man. You need to fucking the greatest generation.
Yeah,
I was looking for therapists recently. I swear to God, like at least half of everyone I looked up, like writes like fantasy novels on the side or some shit. I'm not kidding.
I know what you mean.
I was looking around like Brooklyn, and it was there's something like so crazy. Like,
well, Elvis, have you considered a 1,000-page novel about a woman with 3 tits?
Every therapist has like some funny ass like side hustle, and it's like, even if you do, like, I don't want it to be so like so easy to find or something.
I know what you mean. You should be under a fucking pseudonym.
Yeah.
You should not be like, this should not be part of your like brand.
Yeah.
It's like mental health professional, jazz pianist. Yeah. It's like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, I mean, I opted for that is kind of your options in New York, are like weird polyamorous fucking, he, they, or the oldest Jewish person you've ever seen in your life. I opt for old Jew. I like that. It helps enough. It's kind of like it's for sort of like a stern figure in your life, which I think is useful. But I think
that's their last name, Stern.
Yeah.
David Stern.
So it sounds like, so we have two different perspectives here. Yeah. For her, I feel like, I do think this is normal, especially if you went for postpartum. Now, if you feel like maybe this is her specialty is postpartum, maybe whatever, if you want to go for regular, and also to me it sounds like you're overwhelmed, you have 3 fucking kids, you probably don't get an hour to yourself at all.
She gets 2 hours a week to herself.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying is that's probably part of what's driving this like worry in her voice. Like, hey, you can't take those 2 hours away. I have to have those 2 hours where the kids can't fucking bother me and my husband has to fucking do something, right? Like, that's kind of what it feels like to me. So, look, I think it's normal. I don't think it's crazy. Sounds like your therapist is doing a better job than fucking Shane's therapist did, fucking telling him it was over.
To me, there is something suspect about like a therapist saying that to you, unless you started like your relationship with them or your sessions from the very beginning. Like, I just want to work through this whole thing, and I don't know if I need this like permanently. But if you haven't had an explicit convo like that, and it doesn't sound like they have, like, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
What if she went in there being like, I have very bad postpartum?
Yeah.
And it's been 2 years seems to be about the time where the kid's like not an infant anymore. It's a toddler. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I know what you mean. It definitely could be a little weird. And either way, even if they are,
therapy should always be like a chance to like tell your therapist, like, you should be like, I feel like you're trying to like get me out of the door. What's up with that? Like, just like bring that up to them. It's like, therapy.
They hold all the cards and they can be like, why do you feel that way? I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? That's
You
the hard
sound
part.
fucking crazy right now.
What are you saying, you fucking flat-chested bitch? Maybe if you had C's at least,
You
I'd
think you could
respect
feed babies with those? I can see why you had postpartum.
The baby's probably depressed too.
Just make sure you're getting something out of it. I think is the main, like something tangible. I mean, I'm sure it feels nice to have that as part of your week, and it feels good when you leave the office. Like you have something that you have homework that you're doing from these sessions. You have like new habits that you've formed. I think that's the big test.
She could get 2 tangible things.
Hell
That's
yeah,
true.
brother.
Go get some fat tits. No, but yeah, I mean, look, we're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop you from getting a boob job. But also, I think it sounds like it's important for you to be. You know, you could though if she brings this up, be like, hey, I think I need regular therapy. Why do you think it's time for me to graduate? To me, I get this, this, and this out of it. And look, she might make good points, or she might say, if that's what you're looking for, that's not what I do. Let me refer you to some other people. But it at least sounds like the fact that she's bringing it up, she's not, like crushing you with it out of nowhere. So
yeah.
I think you have time to talk about this in your sessions. And then worst case scenario, if you feel like you still need some therapy, even if it's not, you're doing it 2 times a week now, maybe you go to once a week, maybe you go to every other week, whatever. But yeah, you might have to look for another therapist. If this person also just, these are ultimately fucking professionals who have caseloads, and they might see it as like, even if you need it, maybe they have patients who need it more, or who are getting more value out of it. Who knows? Maybe she feels like she can't help you, but you can find somebody else. It just is annoying that it's going to take a little time to find a therapist again.
It seems like an ethical good sign that she's telling you can graduate. It's not like she's your barber and she gives you a haircut. She's like, well, that was the last one. We're done.
Yeah.
Finished.
Yeah, graduating is a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Kanye West made a whole album about it.
Freaking Third Eye Blind.
And you see how his mental health is.
Yeah. Some people are too smart to go to therapy, right?
Yeah.
Some people are too much genius.
They see the actual problems in the world a little too clearly.
It's scene missing.
Beep.
It's those
next question, Eldis.
Stern figures.